Explosive 2 weeks in Genoa City. Phyllis's ruthless move, Tessa's heartbreak, and Sharon in danger. The next 2 weeks on The Young and the Restless promise shocking twists, emotional confessions, and dangerous power plays that will leave fans stunned. Phyllis Summers is back to her scheming best, sending a chilling text that terrifies those around her. As her ruthless Jabot takeover plot comes to light, Phyllis makes a shocking offer to Victor, one that could change the business landscape in Genoa City forever. Meanwhile, Tessa finally confides in Daniel that her marriage to Mariah may be falling apart, admitting the heartbreaking truth that could shatter Mariah's world. Over in Los Angeles, Victoria and Nikki's arrival sets the stage for a tense confrontation, while Kyle doubles down on his risky alliance with Sienna, a move that could backfire spectacularly. Kane issues a desperate warning to Jack and Diane, urging them to tread carefully as new threats emerge. At the same time, Sharon faces peril once again, caught in a dangerous situation that tests her strength and survival instincts. Amid the chaos, there's real-life joy as Y&R star Crystal Khalil announces she's expecting her third child, and Eileen Davidson shares what's next for fan-favorite Ashley Abbott. With business betrayals, broken hearts, and family feuds erupting, Genoa City's drama is at an all-time high, and no one will escape unscathed. Welcome to Celebrity Gossip 24 Hours, where the drama unfolds and the stories captivate. Join us as we delve into the intriguing world of Young and the Restless, revealing the untold tales and hidden truths behind the headlines. Phyllis's risky alliance and Tessa's painful truth shake Genoa City. Trouble looms for everyone. The Young and the Restless delivers another explosive episode filled with heartbreak, power struggles, and dangerous secrets that could destroy lives. On Monday, October 27, 2025, viewers witnessed emotional unraveling, shocking dreams, and alliances that could reshape Genoa City's future. The episode opens with Tessa trapped in a vivid nightmare. In her dream, she shares a passionate moment with Daniel, only for the scene to twist into a chilling confrontation. A police officer arrives searching for Mariah, accusing her of attempted murder. Startled awake, Tessa is left shaken, her subconscious blurring guilt, fear, and desire. Meanwhile, Daniel tries to compose himself at crimson lights, hiding behind sunglasses after a long night. But his mother, Phyllis, quickly spots him and launches into one of her trademark interrogations. She assumes his late-night turmoil is linked to Tessa, and her sharp tongue doesn't hold back. Danny soon joins them, and the two parents bicker over how to handle their son's emotional chaos. Despite Daniel's insistence that nothing happened, his mother isn't convinced. When Tessa calls, Daniel escapes the tension by agreeing to meet her for breakfast, but not before Phyllis warns him that his choices could come back to haunt him. Elsewhere at the club, Adam and Chelsea share a rare moment of calm, reflecting on their son Connor's progress and newfound confidence. Their conversation takes a turn when Kane shows up, searching for Victor. Adam's skepticism quickly turns the meeting sour, while Kane's biting humor suggests deeper frustration brewing beneath the surface. As Lily arrives, Kane walks away with her, leaving Adam and Chelsea to gossip about his possible change of heart. Chelsea, though proud of Connor, admits she still fears his adjustment to therapy could take time, a moment that humanizes her amid Genoa City's chaos. In a tense private exchange, Lily pushes Kane to finally hand over the AI project she's been desperate to destroy. To her dismay, Kane reveals that the system, Arabesque, has been hacked. It's gone. He suspects powerful forces are behind it, naming Phyllis and Victor as likely culprits. According to Kane, Phyllis still craves dominance, and Victor's vendetta against Jabot remains strong. The revelation stuns Lily, who warns that time is running out for everyone caught in this web of ambition and betrayal. Back in Tessa's suite, emotions overflow. She admits to Daniel that she's been lost, drinking, doubting, and dreaming of something that feels dangerously real. Their kiss lingers between them, neither willing to call it a mistake. Tessa confides that her marriage to Mariah feels like it's falling apart, and maybe it has been for a long time. Her dream about the police may have been symbolic, reflecting her guilt and fear of losing everything. Daniel, in turn, acknowledges that their bond has been his lifeline, something pure amid chaos. Yet both know their connection could destroy what little stability they have left. Meanwhile, Phyllis confides in Danny, expressing growing concern over Daniel's emotional state. But beneath her motherly worry lies another agenda. She teases Danny about his marriage to Christine, mocking it as vanilla happiness, and declares she's ready to claim her own destiny. When a text from Victor flashes on her phone, her cryptic smile says it all. Phyllis is plotting something big. Danny senses danger. Victor's involvement means Phyllis is stepping into risky territory, possibly entangling herself in Newman business or a corporate war that could spiral out of control. Phyllis brushes off his warnings, insisting she's finally going to win this time, no matter who gets hurt in the process. By the end of the episode, every storyline feels like a ticking time bomb. Tessa's emotional confession threatens to shatter her marriage. Daniel teeters on the edge of heartbreak, and Phyllis's alliance with Victor hints at a new wave of manipulation that could upend Genoa City. Between lost love, fragile loyalties, and dangerous ambition, the residents of this powerful town are about to face the fallout of their choices, and not everyone will come out unscathed. Today's next update. Explosive secrets, risky romances, and dangerous deals. 2 turbulent weeks ahead on The Young and the Restless. The upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless, airing from October 27th to November 7th, 2025, promise 2 full weeks of emotional chaos, shocking confrontations, and dangerous power plays that could reshape Genoa City forever. From Kane's desperate warning to Sharon's perilous search for the truth, every character is walking a fine line between ambition and disaster. Kane's race against time. The week kicks off with Lily Winters confronting Kane Ashby in a tense meeting. Lily demands the destruction of the stolen AI program, believing it's too dangerous to exist. But Kane delivers devastating news. The AI has been stolen. He suspects either Victor Newman or Phyllis Summers, both powerful enough to use it for their own gain. Kane warns Lily that if Victor has it, Jabot could be the first target, and he could end up taking the fall. Lily, furious, blames him for ever revealing the AI's existence, but Kane vows to make things right. He insists that whoever took it will use it soon, and they must act before it's too late. Meanwhile, Kane storms into the GCAC, interrupting Adam and Chelsea as they discuss Connor's progress. He's desperate to reach Victor, who hasn't returned his calls. Adam mocks him, calling him a washed-up has-been with no place in Genoa City. But Kane fires back, reminding Adam that even the town's outcasts have a way of surviving, a warning that no one should underestimate him. Forbidden feelings and broken promises. Elsewhere, Daniel Romalotti is paying the price for a long night of drinking. His parents, Phyllis and Danny, tease him about his hangover until Daniel admits he was out with Tessa Porter. The confession leaves Phyllis unsettled. She warns him that Tessa is married and that getting close to her could only end badly. Tessa, however, can't stop thinking about Daniel. She wakes from a vivid dream, one where their passion is interrupted by police arresting her wife, Mariah Copeland. Shaken and confused, Tessa invites Daniel to breakfast at her hotel suite. There, they confront their drunken kiss from the night before. Daniel insists it can't happen again, but Tessa admits her marriage may already be falling apart. The tension between them is undeniable, hinting that a forbidden romance could be on the horizon. Phyllis's dangerous alliance. When Daniel leaves, Phyllis turns her focus to another kind of temptation, power. She mocks Christine Cricket Blair, telling Danny that his upcoming marriage will be painfully dull. Danny warns Phyllis to stop meddling and find someone who can handle her unpredictable nature, but Phyllis insists she doesn't need anyone controlling her. Moments later, she receives a cryptic text from Victor Newman. "I'll meet with you. Come to the ranch." Danny sees it and immediately worries that Phyllis is walking into another trap. And he's right. At the Newman Ranch, Phyllis admits to Victor that she stole Tucker McCall's AI program and wants to make a deal. Victor, intrigued, considers the possibilities. But Kane soon reaches Jack Abbott, warning him that Victor may already have the AI. Jack realizes Jabot is in serious danger and vows to protect his family at any cost. Meanwhile, at the GCAC, Adam's arrogance finally pushes Billy Abbott too far. Their argument explodes into a violent confrontation, ending with Billy punching Adam so hard that he collapses to the floor. Chelsea witnesses the entire scene, and it could have lasting consequences. The Newmans head to Los Angeles. Midweek, Nikki and Victoria Newman travel to Los Angeles to support Nick and Sharon as they continue their investigation into Noah's mysterious car crash. But Sharon's search for answers takes a dangerous turn, putting her directly in harm's way. While in LA, Kyle Abbott corners Sienna Bacall at her nightclub, hoping for dirt on Holden Novak to break up his relationship with Claire Grace Newman. Sienna refuses to betray Holden, but she hints she has information on Audra Charles, something that could shift the power dynamic in Genoa City. Back home, Billy continues to clash with Phyllis, possibly interrupting one of her meetings with Victor. Their feud could bring more unwanted attention to the risky AI deal, dangerous secrets, and shifting alliances. By October 30th, the first day of November sweeps, the stakes soar even higher. Victor extends a second chance to Michael Baldwin, likely to use him as a fixer for his secret AI ambitions. Billy and Phyllis share intel, both trying to stay one step ahead of Victor's growing influence. Jack, realizing how deep the threat runs, prepares to confront both Phyllis and Victor directly. Then, on Halloween, Sharon's pursuit of the truth leads her down a dangerous path. Her digging uncovers new information about Noah's accident, but it may also expose her to deadly consequences. Meanwhile, behind-the-scenes photos hint that Noah, Sienna, and her husband Mitch Bacall, Roger Howarth, will all return to Genoa City by Thanksgiving, just as tensions explode. The chaos continues, November 3rd to 7th. The first week of November brings fallout from all directions. Kyle returns from LA armed with damaging information about Audra, which could destroy her partnership with Sally Spectra and threaten their business. Sharon and Nick continue chasing leads in LA, but the closer they get to the truth about Noah's crash, the more danger they face. Nikki and Victoria try to keep the family united, but all eyes turn to Victor, whose obsession with the AI could spark a corporate war. Meanwhile, Phyllis begins to realize that she may have made a grave mistake trusting Victor. She knows his loyalty is temporary, and that betrayal is inevitable. As Kane races to recover the AI and prevent catastrophe, Danny and Christine prepare for their wedding. But the big question remains, will Phyllis crash the ceremony and ignite another Genoa City scandal? What's coming next? Over the next 2 weeks, The Young and the Restless will deliver everything fans crave: shocking betrayals, romantic turmoil, and dangerous secrets. As alliances shift and old rivalries reignite, every character is forced to decide how far they're willing to go for love, loyalty, and control. Kane's desperate hunt for the stolen AI, Sharon's brush with danger in LA, and Phyllis's risky deal with Victor will all collide, setting the stage for an explosive November sweeps that no one will forget. Today's next update. Phyllis's power play exposed. Jabbo in jeopardy as Victor and Kane clash in new YNR episode. The Young and the Restless episode for Tuesday, October 28, 2025, is packed with fiery confrontations, secret deals, and shocking betrayals that could change the corporate landscape of Genoa City forever. From Phyllis Summers' daring takeover scheme to Kane Ashby's desperate search for answers, every move pushes tensions closer to the breaking point. Adam provokes Billy and pays the price. The morning begins at the Genoa City Athletic Club, where Adam Newman can't resist stirring up trouble. Spotting Billy Abbott, Adam takes aim at his rival's sore spots, namely the Abbott Communications launch party that flopped under Billy's leadership. Adam mocks Billy's failure, hinting that maybe he should skip town and start over somewhere else. The jabs hit even harder when Adam brings up Jill Abbott's betrayal, reigniting old wounds. Billy, already irritated, finally loses control and punches Adam square in the jaw. The blow leaves Adam reeling with a split lip just as Chelsea Lawson walks in to break up the chaos. Chelsea scolds Billy for resorting to violence, though Adam admits he probably deserved it. For a brief moment, we see a softer side of Adam, a man self-aware enough to acknowledge when he's crossed the line. Phyllis makes her move on Victor. Across town at the Newman Ranch, Phyllis Summers arrives with a dangerous proposition for Victor Newman. She boldly confesses that she's the one who stole Kane's AI program, the same software powerful enough to dismantle a corporation from within. Victor listens carefully, but his suspicion is clear. He questions whether Phyllis is truly independent or secretly working for Kane. To prove her leverage, Phyllis opens her laptop and demonstrates the program's capabilities, specifically targeting Jabot, Victor's longtime rival company. Intrigued, Victor presses her for details. Phyllis outlines her terms off-screen, and by the end of their meeting, they've struck a deal, one that could bring down Jack Abbott's company once and for all. Victor wastes no time. He calls Adam to the ranch and insists he bring Chelsea along. Once they arrive, Victor explains the situation and lays out the plan. Phyllis will hand over the AI once I've taken control of Jabot, Victor declares coldly. Then, and only then, she'll get what she wants. Adam and Chelsea exchange uneasy looks. Even for Victor, this is a risky game, one that could spiral out of control fast. Kane sounds the alarm at Jabot. Meanwhile, Kane Ashby rushes to the Abbott mansion to warn Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott that the AI program has been stolen. Their genuine shock convinces Kane they weren't behind the theft. Jack, however, demands to know why Kane came, to warn them or accuse them. Kane insists he only wanted to rule them out. Still, he confesses he suspects Victor's involvement, though Phyllis also seems like a strong possibility. Jack's concern grows. If Victor truly has the program and decides to unleash it on Jabot, the fallout could be catastrophic. If Jabot goes down, Jack warns, "You're going down with it." Determined to protect his company, Jack immediately orders tighter cybersecurity and tells Diane to take sensitive data offline. They agree to keep Claire Newman out of the loop and summon Kyle Abbott back to Genoa City. Whatever's coming, the Abbotts need every ally they can get. Jack also calls Billy, insisting he come home right away. With Phyllis and Victor potentially conspiring, the Abbott family is on high alert. Kane's spy reveals a new threat. Later that evening, Kane heads back to the GCC to clear his head. He orders a drink, but before he can take a sip, his phone buzzes with a message from his informant, the spy who's been tracking Phyllis. The text reads, "She just left the Newman Ranch." Moments later, Phyllis herself appears, calm and composed. She takes the seat beside him like nothing's wrong. Kane wastes no time confronting her. "I know you were at the ranch," he says flatly. "What did Victor want?" Phyllis smirks, pretending innocence. She insists she was only there to gauge Victor's intentions and claims she discovered that he was behind the theft. Then she flips the narrative, saying Victor plans to use the AI not against Jabot, but against Arabesque, Kane's company. Kane doesn't know what to believe. Is Phyllis warning him, or manipulating him again? The uncertainty lingers as Phyllis raises her glass, eyes glittering with secrets. What happens next? As Tuesday's episode ends, the stakes in Genoa City couldn't be higher. Phyllis is playing a deadly double game, one that could destroy both Victor and the Abbotts. Kane must decide who he can trust, if anyone. Victor's plan to seize Jabot could spark an all-out corporate war. And Adam, already bruised and bitter, may soon realize that his father's latest scheme could cost them all dearly. The coming days promise explosive confrontations, shifting loyalties, and shocking betrayals as every major player in Genoa City scrambles for control. Will Phyllis's takeover plot succeed, or will her ambition finally be her downfall? Today's next update. YNR's Eileen Davidson gives update on Ashley Abbott and what's been keeping her busy. Will Ashley be back on YNR before the end of the year? The last time the Young and the Restless fans saw Ashley Abbott, she was at Nikki's birthday party. That was back in June. We're in another season and about to slip toward the holidays. But thankfully, 2025 won't end before viewers see Eileen Davidson step back into the role. The two-time Emmy Award-winning actress, whose Did storyline earned her another Daytime Emmy nomination, told Soap Opera Digest, Ashley is making a couple of appearances coming up. In the interview, Davidson also shared what she's been up to during her time away from the soap. Key takeaways. Ashley Abbott will return soon. Eileen Davidson's creative endeavors outside of daytime, the genre the actress gravitates toward, which may surprise fans. Home for the holidays? Davidson didn't elaborate on what Ashley would be up to or any kind of drama that the Abbotts could get pulled into during her appearances. However, the statement that her scenes are coming up could mean that YNR fans see her in November, perhaps in time for some Turkey Day fun. The soap wasn't a part of CBS's holiday announcements like The Bold and the Beautiful and Beyond the Gates, But that doesn't necessarily mean there won't be any family gatherings in Genoa City, even if it isn't for Thanksgiving. Either way, though, there will be plenty of drama for Ashley to weigh in on. Currently, the AI storyline involving Kane, Phyllis, and Victor, who is soon to be drawn into the mess, is moving full steam ahead. Not to mention, Roger Howarth will be making his debut as Mitch Bacall, Sienna's husband. With Kyle trying to dig up dirt on Holden through Sienna, Ashley could get called in to help deal with her nephew's poor choices. However, Davidson is brought back in. Hopefully it's for a good part in a must-see plot. Eileen Davidson's work outside of Y&R. Though she's been off-screen, the actress hasn't been taking the time to kick her feet up and while away the days. No, she's been in the script trenches with her niece and writing partner, Anna Marie Davidson. Daytime's Davidson shared, "I have been busy writing and then rewrites of a script that we have some interest in. Actually, we just finished, and now it's going back to the director. This isn't the duo's first rodeo." The actress said they've written many scripts together. Their closeness lends itself to their work ethic as they write and rewrite in what Davidson described as a writing camp, where her niece comes to stay with her and they focus on their projects. However, the aunt-niece team's preferred genre may come as a surprise to some soap fans. Their scripts trend toward horror and murder, with a bit of tongue-in-cheek humor to tie it all together. With a deal on the table, we could be seeing the fruits of the Davidsons' labor on a screen sometime in the future. Today's next update. The Young and the Restless spoilers Wednesday, October 29th, Victoria and Nikki's LA arrival. Kyle doubles down on Sienna. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, October 29th, reveal that Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman's joint LA arrival is coming up. Kyle Abbott will also double down on his Sienna Bacall plan, so there'll be a lot happening on the CBS soap. First, on Wednesday's Y&R episode, Kyle will once again pump Sienna for info on Audra Charles's past. Although Sienna hinted that she might be willing to help Kyle out, she could easily change her mind and push Kyle to scram. Of course, Kyle has already gotten his hopes up about Sienna giving him some Audra dirt. That's why Kyle will stick with this strategy and put Audra through another grilling session. Will Kyle score the leverage he's seeking, or have to leave Los Angeles empty-handed? Regardless, Kyle will ultimately head to the airport following Jack Abbott's text about needing him home as soon as possible. Next, we should talk about Victoria and Nikki since Victor Newman mentioned that they're headed to LA. Since Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, is comatose and Nick Newman is under so much stress, Nikki and Victoria want to offer some support. However, Victoria may have an ulterior motive when it comes to this trip since Claire Newman is in LA as well. Claire is having a great time with Holden Novak, but Victoria doesn't really trust him and is afraid her daughter might do something impulsive she might regret. That's why it won't be long until Victoria is having a heart-to-heart with Claire at the hotel cafe. It'll give Victoria a chance to seek updates on Claire's time with Holden and where things stand with Kyle now that he's visited her too. Claire may scold Victoria for giving Kyle her location, but she might also admit she saw Kyle's softer side and is perhaps feeling a bit more torn again. Back in Genoa City, Phyllis Summers will work to protect herself. Since Phyllis wants Victor to do her dirty work and then take over Chabot once it's done, she'll do everything in her power to keep that scheme on track. Today's next update. The Rinse Y&R October 27th. Tessa finally admits what could break Mariah's heart. In the October 27th episode of The Young and the Restless, Tessa confesses the truth she's been terrified to face, and Daniel is the one who hears it. Their connection deepens, and Mariah may pay the price. In the October 27th episode of The Young and the Restless, Tessa finally admitted that her marriage to Mariah may be unraveling, and Daniel was the one she trusted with that confession. Their emotional closeness has escalated into a lifeline neither seems ready to release, creating a dangerous shift, just as Mariah remains vulnerable and unaware. Key takeaways. Tessa confesses her marriage may be ending. Daniel and Tessa grow more emotionally entangled. Mariah remains absent and in crisis. A one wrong step could change this trio forever. Young and the Restless October 27th. Daniel and Tessa in her suite. Tessa reaches her breaking point. Tessa woke up rattled from a vivid nightmare, one where she and Daniel shared a passionate kiss before police stormed in to say they'd arrested Mariah. As unsettling as it was, it forced her to confront a truth she's been burying. She felt guilty, but she also felt connected to Daniel. Daniel arrived, and they had breakfast from room service, slipping easily into comfort and honesty. Tessa confessed that she can't ignore what's happening in her heart or pretend that her marriage is just going through a bump. She admitted she doesn't know whether she and Mariah can recover. She said the hardest words, "I don't know if my marriage is going to survive." Daniel is becoming the person she trusts most. Daniel insisted he doesn't want to cause more pain. He only wants Tessa to feel supported during the darkest moment of her life. But support is turning into intimacy. Their shared trauma, grief, and fear have created a strong, undeniable bond. And Tessa isn't putting boundaries on it anymore. She won't label their connection, but she also won't walk away from it. That's how hearts get broken. Mariah may not see this coming until it's too late. Mariah is still struggling with her own mental health battles. She believes she's working to return home to a wife who's waiting with open arms. She has no idea that her absence has created a void, and Daniel has filled it. If Mariah comes back to find Daniel woven into every space she left empty, trust may be impossible to rebuild. This isn't just a flirtation. This is the beginning of a choice, one that could destroy a marriage and redefine two families. Tessa and Daniel say they know the limits. But every moment they cling to each other tightens the pull towards something neither is ready to name. Someone's heart is going to break. The only question is whether Tessa can live with the outcome. Today's next update. The Young and the Restless Tuesday, October 28th update. Chelsea's shocker. Victor accepts Phyllis's offer. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Tuesday, October 28th. Reveals that Chelsea Lawson will get a shocker while Victor Newman accepts Phyllis Summers' offer. At the ranch, Phyllis will arrive with a tempting proposal. Victor will get updates on Phyllis scoring Kane Ashby's AI software thanks to her excellent hacking skills. Now that Phyllis is in charge of what happens next, she'll enjoy this little power trip. However, Phyllis will be willing to make Victor part of the deal if he'll agree to her terms. Phyllis may drive a hard bargain, but Victor will go along with her proposition in the end. We'll see Victor accept Phyllis's offer and officially reach a deal, though there could ultimately be some betrayals on both sides since that's how they both operate. Kane suspects Phyllis might be behind the program theft, but he hasn't ruled out Victor as the culprit either. Since Kane has someone following Phyllis and expects them to report back, he might find out about her visit to the Newman Ranch too. That could leave Kane worried that both Phyllis and Victor are cooking something up. Regardless, Kane will decide he'd better set off some alarm bells for Jack Abbott and make it clear that a threat is in the works. Jack will get a message that's vague and intriguing on Tuesday's show, so that could be from Kyle Abbott if there's strange news from Los Angeles. However, it could also be from Kane if he gives Jack a heads up ahead of his Abbott mansion visit. No matter how it all goes down, Kane will eventually tell Jack and Diane Jenkins Abbott about his risky program, potentially being in Victor's possession. Other Y&R spoilers say Adam Newman will pick a fight with Billy Abbott, who'll decide he can't take it anymore. Billy will make a fist and wallop Adam at the athletic club where anyone could see, including Chelsea. Chelsea will get quite the horror show when she enters the building and sees Billy go on the attack. Part of Chelsea may assume Adam did something to deserve it, but another part of her will be angry with Billy for escalating things to that level. Today's next update. Young and the Restless Crystal Khalil is pregnant with baby number 3. Y&R star Crystal Khalil just revealed the happy news. She and husband Sam Restagno are expecting another little one, and her castmates helped her share the moment in the most fun way. The Young and the Restless star Crystal Khalil, who plays Lily Winters, is expecting her third child. The daytime Emmy-winning actress and her husband, Sam Restagno, are adding another little one to their family, and viewers couldn't be happier for them. Key takeaways. Crystal Khalil is pregnant with her third child. She revealed her growing bump in a cast Halloween dance video. Lily is not expecting on the soap. The bump is fully real-life joy. Khalil and husband Sam Restagno already share a young son, Remy. Fans recognize the wardrobe clues long before confirmation. A quiet bump becomes impossible to hide. Khalil is famously private, and she never made a formal announcement. But fans have been suspicious for months as Lily's wardrobe shifted to looser styles, oversized handbags, and careful blocking. Instead of story-driven secrecy, it was the actress cocooning a growing belly on her own timeline. The reveal came thanks to a fun thriller dance video shared by castmate Eric Braeden. In the clip, Khalil joyfully dances in profile, proudly bump and all, alongside Braden, Melissa Claire Egan, Courtney Hope, Brighton James, Jason Thompson, and others as part of a cast Halloween celebration. In multiple shots, Khalil danced proudly, belly on display, even cradling her bump with a glowing smile. Fans noticed immediately, and the celebration began. A timeline of love and milestones. This baby makes 3 for the actress. She welcomed her son Remy in March 2024 and is also mom to 15-year-old Michael Caden. Khalil and Restagno's love story goes back to 2016 when they met at Coachella, instantly clicking thanks to his kindness and a refreshingly different lifestyle from Hollywood's chaos. She once told Soap Opera Digest she knew early on that he was the one. Their relationship went public in 2018. They became engaged in 2022, and they married in a stunning Italian ceremony in October 2024, a dream moment they shared with both of her sons present. With another child now on the way, their beautiful family continues to grow. A fan-favorite future. Khalil's maternity style on screen has already sparked conversation, but the real excitement is all about what's happening behind the scenes. As she prepares to welcome baby number 3, viewers are celebrating a well-deserved moment of joy for a longtime Y&R favorite. What's next for Lily? While Lily isn't expecting on screen, at least not yet, Crystal's real-life pregnancy means viewers should keep an eye out for creative cover-ups or possibly some time away from Genoa City. For now, though, she's dancing, smiling, and celebrating. Y&R fans have watched Lily's journey unfold for years, and now they get to cheer Khalil on through one of the happiest times of her life. Soap Hub sends its congratulations to the actress and her family. Today's next update. The Young and the Restless star Crystal Khalil pregnant with 3rd child. The Young and the Restless spoilers note that Lily Winters may not be interested in having any more children. However, the actress who plays the character, Crystal Khalil, is currently expecting her 3rd baby. Thanks to a social media post released by the CBS soap on Monday, October 27th, the proverbial cat is out of the bag. It seems like Khalil and her husband, Sam Restagno, are gearing up to welcome another baby into this world, and there were some who had been suspecting this for some time now. The Young and the Restless shared this cute video on Instagram of the cast and crew dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller. It was a fun way to wish their viewers a happy Halloween. Some Y&R stars featured in the video, along with Khalil, were Amelia Heinle, Melissa Ordway, Brighton James, Jason Thompson, Courtney Hope, and the mustache himself, Eric Braden, among others. Khalil was having the time of her life, shaking her stuff and showing off a pretty big baby bump. It's no surprise Khalil hasn't gone public yet, despite her growing belly. After all, she's a pretty private person, and with her last baby, she didn't exactly announce things until she was in her later months of pregnancy. As Lily has been shown with the camera panning above her waist, wearing loose clothes, and a purse always hiding her midsection, rumors began to buzz on social media from fans. Khalil and Restagno were introduced in 2016 and eventually took their romance public in 2018. The lovebirds were engaged in 2022 and said their I-dos in Italy in the fall of 2024. Khalil has a 15-year-old son from a previous marriage to musician Stephen Hensley. Meanwhile, her second son, her first child with Restagno, is 2 years old and was born in 2023. On behalf of everyone here, we extend our well wishes to Khalil and her hubby Restagno on their growing family. The Young and the Restless spoilers remind fans that Lily will need to head out of Genoa City soon, as Khalil will need to take maternity leave at some point in the weeks ahead. So what kind of drama will hit the fan to cause the character's temporary exit? Today's next update. Y&R spoilers photo preview October 28th. Kane warns Jack and Diane. Expect shockwaves in Genoa City as old rivalries reignite, new deals are made, and one confrontation gets physical. The teasers for the Tuesday, October 28th episode of The Young and the Restless reveal unexpected deals, heated confrontations that even come to blows, and there's even talk about cryptic messages. The spoiler photos for Tuesday don't quite convey the action and drama that's about to happen. But it does reveal a meeting of the minds when Kane shows up at the Abbott mansion to talk to Jack and Diane. Key takeaways. Phyllis attempts to make a shocking new deal that could change everything. Jack receives a mysterious, cryptic message. Adam pushes Billy past his breaking point. Fists fly in Genoa City. Scenes from Genoa City. Thanks to YNR's weekly video preview, we know that Kane is forced to make a move after he realizes that someone has stolen his secret superweapon. The viewers know that Phyllis is the one who did the bad deed, and this week, she will try to broker a deal with Victor. Kane's move is to head over to the Abbott mansion, where he looks to warn Jack and Diane. He knows that if Phyllis and her Victor have control of the AI program, Jabot is a likely target. Jack and Diane have to prepare for a worst-case scenario here. When Jack receives a cryptic message, has the high-tech weapon started to dismantle Jabot? The other major Tuesday news concerns Billy and Adam. Although unclear, this image of Adam and Chelsea may have occurred before the GCAC confrontation, pitting Billy against Adam. The weekly teasers suggest Adam pushes Billy too far, and the video preview shows Billy decking Adam. Of course, Adam's reaction to the whole thing is to look up at his rival and smirk. How will Chelsea react to the showdown? Will she be Team Billy or Team Adam? For more of the latest updates and behind-the-scenes secrets from Young and the Restless, make sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell. Stay in the know with every new release.